Hi everybody, this is Lisa with Shabby Time Boutique, and I have another altered project share to show you. This was my first altered, now I need to remember what it's called. It's called a hoop, an embroidery hoop. I think that's what it is, those wooden round things, yeah, embroidery hoop. There are lots of us out there whose minds go blank in the middle of filming, and so on behalf of all of you and myself, I apologize to our watching audience. I really am glad that you're watching today. I've been wanting to share this for a while. What I did is I took an embroidery hoop, and this one is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably a foot, 12 inches across. And I had this gorgeous doily that, oops, I'll have to show you what that is later. I had this gorgeous doily that I had that fit it just perfectly. So before I put that on, what I did is I cut a piece of chipboard and glued it on the inside, and then I took a piece of felt. You can see it peeking through. It's pink felt, and I covered the chipboard with that. And then I put on this doily, and in the center I put this really pretty applique flower that I dyed to pink. So that's the back. And on the outer edge, you can see I used this gorgeous ribbon. It's embroidered ribbon, and I put that all the way around the edge, and also some lace. Okay, ready? Let me turn it over. Okay, here it is. So I was making this for a sewing themed swap, and I misunderstood the instructions and we weren't supposed to make it this big. So I decided, what the heck, I'm going to make it for myself and I'll hang it in my vanity area. And that's what I did. So I wanted to share it with you. So you can see here I used three or four. 1, 2, right, 3 different lace trims. This one on the outside is double layered, so it looks like 4. And then I used this other one, and then this little pink trim, satiny trim around the edge. And on top of that, where it met everything, I used a double beaded flat back pearls. I love these. These are like my favorites. On top of the chipboard, because there was, there's space, there's a depth. So what do you do with the inside? I put a bunch of stuffing. That polyfiber fill stuff. So I put that, and then I found this gorgeous fabric at Joann's, and I bought a 1/4 yard of it, and I said, and the gal there was so awesome. She asked, where do you want me to cut it? Which of these images do you want on your piece? And so she was so great. I showed her and she did it for me. Yeah, and so here they are. And the only thing I don't like about it, and I'm still stumped as to what to do, is the little blue stamp on there. I know I could have put some blue accents. I haven't done that. Instead, I chose to cover it up. So I put this fabric, I cut it, and I put some batting, the polyfill batting underneath. And then this is a lace pocket that I cut and put on. It's a gorgeous eyelet lace. And then over that, I put some lace trim. This little trim here, you can see. Not so little, really. And then I put this piece. This is really pretty cotton trim that I have. I like the chain look to it. In between I put, because it was a sewing theme, I put some buttons that are pink sparklies. And I decorated it with a couple pair of these scissors. And then at the top, let me turn it because I can't back out enough. I put a little tiny piece of ribbon to hang it. And then I made this cluster. It has a handmade flower, so I made this lace flower. It has a layer of this same pink ribbon lace, or whatever you call that, the ruffled lace. And then I used a very beautiful, beautiful lace trim to make the centerpiece. Whoops, I'm out of frame, I'm sorry. And then some bling for the center. Okay, and then I found, you know, they have the little batch you can buy with the different theme stuff. So I found this little spool. It already had this material on it, and I thought, oh, that matches pretty good. Put a couple of beautiful mulberry paper flowers that came over from England. And then a couple of pink mulberry flowers that I got off of eBay. And then these bling flower centers that I also got off of eBay. And then this stick pin I got in a swap. And I can't remember who made it. I'm sorry, I apologize. If you recognize your work, thank you again. And I thought that went just beautifully in there. Yeah. So, there's my decorated, altered embroidery hoop, front and back. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. Oh yeah, there's some more of those flowers from England. Aren't they gorgeous? And they're really, really stiff too. They're not floppy petals. So you can put bling on them if you want. You can do all kinds of stuff. Okay, so here's, remember at the front I said, oh rats, I'll have to deal with it later. My daughter and grandson made these fans for me out of some of my papers. She got the little crimpy machine and wanted to play with it. And she made this one out of some gold shiny paper. And she made this one out of some of my paper. And then Winter, at the time he was only like 2.5 or 3, he made, no, 2.5. He made this one. He helped his mommy push the paper through, and he cranked the machine, and he chose what went on there. So I'd say he has a good shabby eye, don't you? So I chose to put those in here like so. And if you notice, I no longer have the blue problem. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you make it a good one and go craft something.